Hello and welcome back to my Fallout London experience. The time is now 6 o'clock and here is the news. I find a way to complete the main quest, Lay of the Land. I start the quest, Hear Ye, Hear Ye. I travel to all 4 boroughs to gain the signatures of the leaders. We meet the Roundel Prince without him having a suit. We travel on foot from Canning Town to London City Airport. There's a lot happening in this episode, so let's get this party started. So I decided to talk to the Parliament Guard, and this is where I got to. Is this bundle of cash yours? Here's 500 tickets. Are you fishing for a bribe, or what do you want in exchange?
You strike me as someone who can solve problems. Violent ones. Am I correct? Maybe you could help me out with a little pest problem we're having. A gentleman who owns a house in the area would very much like to sell it. Unfortunately, it's currently home to some unofficial owners. Squatters. Here's the location of the house. Get rid of them.
If I see one more up-and-comer peasant, I'll go mad.
So, we're going to do Smythe's dirty work and get rid of some cavaliers. Right, let's get over there and see what the cavaliers are all about. So we went over to see the cavaliers, and this is what we found. It leads us straight to this vantage point covered with clover. Right, to take it all, and then we'll ambush the cavaliers and see what they've got on them. So this is what we found. The Royal Guard heavy uniforms, 69 ballistic you can wear, and all your armour fits over the top of it. And also you get a monocle, as I shall show you right now. So herringbone suit, Royal Guard uniform 184, herringbone suit 115. So there, we're back.
You're back. I trust the house is ready for its new owner. Good. Anyway, someone called Smythe has been putting a lot of pressure on Parliament. They want to round up the Cavaliers and Roundheads against the wall, clean the streets, reclaim the city for the good folk, and so forth. It seems like they hold a lot of power around here, but they've gone completely under the radar. The fact you know their name means you know more than most people.
And how did they acquire this power?
I honestly have no idea, but apparently they've been around for a very long time. There's an old law you might be able to make use of. The Parliament Representation Act 2177. They have to let you in if a representative from each tithe-paying London borough signs your petition. These days that would be Camden, Hackney, Lambeth, and Islington. That'll be a tricky one.
Is this a twist in the game, the way to represent myself in Parliament instead of Smythe?
How am I supposed to know? Go there and ask them.
4 leaders, 4 jobs. Let's get ready to rumble!
Eastminster gets out on a technicality. They pay the tithe, but the law in question doesn't consider them a borough. The rest is simple. For one reason or another, they don't pay the tithe. You'd think the syndicate in the Tower Hamlets would, but they have their own arrangement.
In effect, I'll be representing myself, but I'll also be representing 4 boroughs that signed my petition. And I'll be standing against Smythe.
Trust me, there isn't. To tell you the truth, I've never even been inside. Your determination is impressive. This is off the record, but if you aren't able to get any of the signatures, I know a guy who might be able to help. His name's Clifford. Sits in the cafe on Bridge Street most days, but he doesn't come cheap. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to my duties.
So it's the game, obviously, but the cop obviously is on the side of the people, and the people don't know much about Smythe, and he's been in control for a long time, and there needs to be a regime change, and maybe this is the twist in the tale. That you don't have to represent Smythe, you can represent yourself and the 4 boroughs. So it's whatever he thinks he can pin on you. Now, I thought this a while back, and that's why I decided to get rid of Tenpenny when I planted the bomb, because they would have been able to hold that against me. Right, so we're heading up towards Camden first, and let's get in there. So I have captured quite a lot of settlements since the last time. I've got Covent Garden, I've got London Bridge, obviously. I've got the Wimbledon of Wandsworth Tennis Museum, and I've also got Biggin Hill Airport. Yeah, I think that's all the ones I've got at the moment. Last time I looked, I have 5 or 6 settlers down at Wandsworth Tennis Museum, and I've also had 1 attack so far. It was schools.
Not to interrupt your regularly scheduled wandering, but keep an eye out. I was just getting warmed up.
I love Mountbatten's chat. He sounds just like Terry Thomas. To the absolute point, the voice actor who did his voice is absolutely superb. Yeah, I don't want to hang about. I want to have a quick sweep and then get to where we need to get to, which is possibly the other side of this station. Okay, so it's Rad Rats is the order of the day. Right, well, I've got other plans. Let's hot hair out of here. So, yes, out of all of the settlements that I do have, I've only really got 2 that have got people in it. Hello, lads, and here we go again. Yeah, so, whoa. I was quite surprised that Biggin Hill, it was a huge area of land with plants, and it's got animals in it and all kinds of stuff. You can't take any of it though. Hang on a minute. Whoa. And so yeah, the little area bit of land that I've got, well, I just basically I didn't have a problem putting a fence around it or anything. I'm just going to leave it empty for the moment because I've already had one of these defend a settlement messages, and I don't want loads of settlements to have to keep running off and defending them right when you're in the middle of a mission or you're scoping out an area. Right, let's get inside here and see if we can get our petitions assigned. So, my advice on exiting this station is do not talk to anyone, especially the guard outside who will offer you a way into the pistols. Now, I don't think that's what we want. So we avoided her and headed straight over to the Cyber Fox, which is not far away from where we are now. So this is the Pistols main club, or where their leader is. I see you got some Atkin robots acting like Pan's people. Well, there you go. Whether they've done it of their own volition or are programmed to do so, we'll never know. This is their main clubhouse, where they like to party, no doubt, to dawn. This is the picture that we get on the loading screens, the 2 strange robots that are joined together. Now, this is Jessica Star, and this is where you want to come to if you need some food, which I always do need food. And so whenever I get something like that, I always buy lots of food. Right, let's get on. Let's get on
you
to
before. Welcome to Camden, love. Can I help you with something? I'm pretty busy, so make it quick if you can. I'm not going to put my name to any old sod's cause. If you were a member of the Pistols, it would be a different story. Well, I'm not sure how much time you've spent in Westminster, but the gentry are a bunch of wankers. That's putting it lightly, of course. We pay our tithe. We have it better than most boroughs. We don't depend on them and they stay out of our affairs. Usually. Listen, the Pistols try not to get involved in broader city politics. But let's just say we have friends in Camelot, and that we see the Fifth for who they are. Before you go, maybe you can help with something. The Pistols are anything but weak. Our security forces may not be as large as others, but they're well-trained and well-equipped. Unfortunately, most of them are currently dealing with an influx of commuters in Camden Town Station. Meanwhile, a group of hooligans made it past our defences and have taken up residence in the Camden School courtyard. The council was hoping to renovate the place, get some classes going for our young citizens. There's a fat chance of that happening now with them in the way. If you could find a way to take care of the hooligan situation, I might be willing to chat Pistols membership. I appreciate it.
Consider it done. So off we go now to take on the hooligans. But before we go, I want to introduce you to the arms dealer who's standing outside, who I missed the first time, and we'll see them now. But before we get there, I want to show you this weapon on the wall, which I spotted earlier. Now, one of them is an ordinary service rifle, and the other one hasn't got a name, as you can see there. So that may well be a prize for doing something later. Okay, let's get out of here. Hello. She's not very well. Right, so this is her. This is Sonic. This is who you want to see before doing any jobs. She's got loads of equipment and loads of guns. Excellent. Right, let's get moving. Okay, so we can head over to where the hooligans are and take them out. Before we do that, I think what I'll do is I'll put this new piece of armour that I got from the Cavaliers on, because it increases my everything. So let's do that now and get over there and take care of these hooligans. Now, I went over there and I took care of the hooligans, and there were some beef eaters there as well. Nothing too special. This is where we are. But on the way back, we popped into the London Outfitters, and you really must come and see this chap and see what he's got in his inventory. He's got some great stuff. So he's got the Anarchy levers with all the Sex Pistols messages on it. That's great. But he's also got some wonderful elite cavalry helmets, which looks pretty fantastic as well. So we did that, and now we're going to go back and see Apache and try and get our petition signed. Okay. You might want to turn your volume down for the next bit, because otherwise we can't hear a word she says.
How'd it go with the hooligans? Really? I'm impressed. There were quite a few of them. You're modest. I like that. So, Pistols membership. Are you interested? Fair enough. Let me know if you change your mind. Hello, love. And what petition is that? A fan? Wow, can't say I've ever had a fan before. I'm flattered. Of course, you can have my autograph. Apache Alice. There you go. Have a great day.
Okay, so remember, you need an intelligence, as high intelligence you can have. Well, basically 10, yeah. So that's one signature. Now we've got 3 more to get. So our next signature we'll be getting from the Roundels. Now, the last time I saw the Roundels, somebody was giving a speech, and I ran off without listening to it, and apparently I've still got to listen to it. It's hurly-burly, and that's... So when I go back to Roundel territory, they will be in this exact position. What I will do, though, I will go straight to where their leader is, because he will be alone and nobody to guide him. Okay, now there is some trouble following me, and everybody here will suddenly get excited and run down the road, and that's even better. So I'll go and see Prince Pete.
How's about some ultra-violence?
Hello? What? What are you saying? Sounds easy enough. Give it, Pete Davies. Yeah, nice. Why did I sign this again?
Excellent. So remember, you need a charisma of 10 to get them to do anything. So it's on to our next signature, which is the mayor of Brickton. Let's get down there.
Must be a good day. Prince
Hello?
Pete's music choices actually sound a bit happy.
See you, mate.
So we've made our way down to Brickton, and we're just about to see the head guy, which his name is Roach, and I've decided to get an extra perk with the strength, because you need it for this one, because I tried it already, it didn't work, so I went back to the save and done it again. Here we go.
Ah, a friend. Apologies. The Kenyon wanted me to test you before we began. Welcome to Brickton. I am Roach. You may think of me as a leader, but I merely embody the Kenyon's desire. Before we begin, I must ask, why is a raven like a writing desk? Ah, an intelligent answer. Now, how may I help you? I've never signed a petition in my life. Don't believe in signatures. What is it for? Of course. Please, don't hurt me.
And there you have it, the surefire way of getting your signature to, obtaining your signature without doing some dumb quest. Okay, so our next signature will be from Mr. Miller up in, yes, you guessed it, Islington. Right, so let's get up there, shall we? Now, I'm glad I left Miller to last, because his quest is actually an extended one. Of course it is, yes. And that's how we get to go down to London City Airport, where we find a Strata-Fortress with a robot inside, and not much else. Well, so, long story short, we went to see Miller. He asked us to go and see a guy called Gog March down at St Paul's Cathedral and do anything that he wanted. He wanted to pay off some sort of debt, so that's what we did.
Dying. Old age. Can't be helped. That's me. What can I do for you? Is that so? Well, confirm away. Not sure how, though. I don't carry identification or any such trivialities. What? Don't speak in riddles. The famed Miller of Islington. I knew him a long time ago. He was a very different man back then. Different name, too. We were in Lewisham, scavenging for old world technology. We got reckless. A roof caved in on us. I got out. He didn't. For some reason, I don't know, loyalty. I went back for him. Managed to dig him out before the building collapsed entirely. At the time, I told Miller he didn't owe me anything. He didn't like that. It made him feel lesser. Knowing what he's become, I'm of a mind to take him up on the offer. If he really wants to pay off his debt, he could end his reign of terror. But he won't do that. Which is why he sent you, I take it.
Yeah, I've no idea what this guy's going to ask me. Whatever it is, if it is too nasty, I'm going to have to avoid it. So let's.
No one deserves anything, but oh damn it, there is something I need you to do, but it isn't very pleasant.
Oh, here we go. Right, just spit it out, mate.
As you can see, I haven't much time left in this world before I move on to the next. And I'd like to make that journey with someone. The love of my life, Jane. I lost her many years ago. But her soul, it isn't at rest. We were traveling through Newham together, got separated. She was delirious when I found her. She must have fallen into the marina. I carried her for a while, to the old airport. I couldn't help her. She'd already started to change, so I ran. I could never bring myself to look back. Until now. I need you to go there and put her soul to rest. Gods no. That wouldn't have mattered. A ghoul. Feral. Makes you think twice about those commuters. Each one of them a person. Each one reduced to a base life.
Okay, fair enough. So she turned into a ghoul. I'll definitely help you out there, buddy.
If you have any questions, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay, so we're off, and before we go, we're going to pick up this magazine, Live and Love, the Robot Companions, and then we're going to get over to Canning Town. It's snowing, but we've got the portable weather modification device with us, so we can change the weather anytime we want. So let's get down to where Jane Smith is. Okay, so we walked all the way down here through loads of stuff of ghouls, mainly ghouls and Mirelurks and a few syndicates. But we got down it, and Mirelurks, of course, loads of Mirelurks. Yeah, so we got down to the airport, and this is where Jane is at, in the actual airport terminus. So that's where we'll go. Right, let's get inside. So I have the Waste and Whisper. I also have the Robot perk. What was that? And also I have the other one, the Intimidation one as well. My Charisma's 10, my Strength is 10, my Intelligence is 10. So let's see if I can go through here without too many deaths. Because what John said about the ghouls is right. I mean, they are humans that have been turned into monsters, and there's no way to turn them back. And even in Fallout 4, when we thought there was going to be a way, there wasn't a way. So will Fallout London be different? Well, there's one. Well, it worked for a while until I used the terminal to open this door, and then they all attacked. Okay, I think I found Jane. Okay, so here's Jane Marsh. Let's run out of ammo. Of course, the door I opened has shut, and now I'm trapped in here with them all. Right, okay, this is what happens in all of the scenarios. This is what seemingly happens. You get trapped inside, the door shuts, and that's it. But I'm wearing my rescue diver helmet, which grants me radiation shield of 50. And I think I'm wearing the Cavalier outfit as well, possibly. So my overall damage HP is quite high. So yeah, I'm doing it, but we're going down. The Dirty Weldy is such a great gun. It gives you the moment you need to recover in order to wait for the next attack.
Strike that, reverse it, you're done.
Aha! Alright, so she's disappeared, much like Oswald the Outrageous disappeared in Fallout 4's Nuka World DLC. Find Jane Marsh. Okay, so we'll have to have a look around, see if we can find her. And then get back and get Miller's signature, because that's what this is all about. And so if if Jane Marsh disappearing in the smoke like that means that it's somehow related to Oswald the Outrageous, who was able to bring back ghouls from the death, it'd be just like he was a living. That was quite interesting, you know, because his girlfriend Rachel was searching for the cure and never found it, and so died out in the wasteland. And then Oswald the Outrageous went and left you his domain, which you couldn't use anyway. And, oh, hello.
Remember, aim for the head, 5 rounds rapid.
I love this little gun. It really cuts the mustard. You know, I've had it ever since the very early days of wandering around Tobacco Dock and finding the 5th column. Okay, let's see if we can find a way to get that door open. That's obviously what it is
Let
that
us
needs to be
fight
done.
them on the beaches. God, what are you doing? No. I can't even walk. Heal away.
mind you, we're getting garden gnomes, and that's obviously relates to the Far Harbour DLC and not the Nuka World DLC. So yeah, they're getting mixed messages there. So they're through that door, they can't get in, and then we need to get in there, and they need to get in here. So we can get to Jane. No doubt she's on the other side of that door. Okay, let's see if we can get that door open.
From us. Hey there.
Hello, that's not Jane. That's another glowing.
Another successful violent interaction.
Okay, so before we open the door, let's leave a few welcoming presents, not too close because they are hostile, so it might blow them up. Yeah, that looks good. Yep, another one there. That looks good. I could put a secondary third. Yeah, down there. Excellent. We'll catch the final wave, if there is a wave. No doubt there might be a wave, so we must prepare for it. Okay, let's open the door. Excellent. So our welcoming present has certainly made an impact. Let's go and test our results. Let's see what happened. Did they all go off? Oh, there's only one there. Not typical. Okay, let's go and find Jane. Oh look, this is the airport scene for the Brotherhood of Steel.
Let's put this whole thing out of its misery. Those people do this for fun.
Okay, so we found Jane Marsh. Did I say Jane Smith? Sorry, Jane Smith. Yes, we found Jane Marsh, and I've tried to pacify her, but it didn't work. And as I can't see her level, like displayed above her head or anything like that, I don't know if she is below my level or on the same level. Okay, this is getting difficult. But in Fallout London, you don't get levels. Sometimes it might be handy to have levels. I don't know why that is, but maybe it adds to the game. You don't know what the levels are, and so therefore you just have to fight to survive. Anyway, you can sometimes. Like where I'm right now, I'm balanced on something that she can't reach. And so I can then shoot her, but she is not dying, no matter what I shoot her with. As you can see, I am dying. Well, I'm not dying, but yeah, my health is low. But I've got food, I've got loads of food. I've got my Alert Queen steaks, which give you 200 and endurance 1 impact, which I use. I've got an auto stim pack leg, which I'm wearing, which means if I go down below 20%, the stim pack is applied. So when I got back to St Paul's, John Marsh had already expired, so I went to see Miller.
Yes. I heard. He was a good man. A mourner's passing. And the debt, well, I have no choice but to believe you. Is your payment, Wayfarer? Let's not speak about this again. Our business is concluded. In fact, it never happened. What is it?
Wow, 2,500 tickets for that job?
Yeah, I guess I trust you. All right, I'll sign. Miller. Sorry, I ain't cursive. That's all, is it? Yep. Oh, I took a step back and I shot him. Right there. He didn't even see it coming.
Excellent, so that is basically the quest completed, hear ye, hear ye, but I won't be taking it to Parliament just yet because I'm not ready to start the end game. I've got a lot more stuff to be doing before that happens. Hello, they've got some horses. Okay, so remember earlier I was at the airport. Well, I decided to have a quick mooch around before leaving, and then I found the robotic manual for turret hacking source code, which I thought might be interesting to show. And also there's a robot, funny enough, in the next container, which you can shut down, which I shut down, and also the Strata-Fortress behind us. Now, to get to the Strata-Fortress, we had to run down, and there was a fishing boat, and we had to jump over to the other side and run down again, jump onto the wing in order to access the cabin. But there are some Jacktars down there, which we dispatched already, so that's another thing about Fallout London. If you go somewhere and there's a legendary and you kill it, well, next time you go back to that place, the legendary's back. So watch out for that. So yeah, I saw that the Strata-Fortress has got guns on it. Now, can this plane fly? You know, this reminds me of course, the USS out of Fallout 4, which flew for a little while. But this thing's got guns. Anyway, so we had a quick look inside, and we found that there was a robot in there. We did some, we sorted it out, but not much else there, really. But it looks like it could be one of Smythe's areas. Okay. So here's where we found the robot, and it is now destroyed. And there's the cockpit. Now, if you see on the left there, there's some sort of vault control. See that? It looks like a vault control that the vault boy used to drop into. And also on the dashboard, you can see there's a very, very, very distinctive cover for a switch there, which I can't quite get close enough to. There, that's it. That looks like that could be an active thing because it's a different colour from the surrounding parts. So that's the inside of the Strata-Fortress. We shall be heading back to one of the settlements after this to settle down for the evening. Well, I don't remember seeing that on the way in, but we've got Smythe's hat and no doubt an umbrella belonging to him, which is definite proof that he was here. Okay, so I think we're reaching the end of this video, and it's snowing again in Newham. And so if you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done already, and join the very astute and discerning people who support this channel. Thank you very much, everybody. I have some videos to put out. They're going to be ad hoc videos concerning just locations, going into a pub and see what's inside. I shall be putting those out. I may or may not narrate depending on what's inside the building. Okay, so it's nearly time to say goodbye, but before I say goodbye, I want to show a little clip of how to keep Fallout London running properly, and that is to delete old saves, literally. It's always good to keep one good save going, but then delete all the other saves, and so that the less saves it has, I think, the better chance it has of continuing without crashing, especially going through doors. Going through doors does seem to crash it, I don't know why. And when I went into the emergency broadcast building in Tower, I think it's Tower Hamlets or no, it's not Westminster, South London, it kept crashing until eventually I managed to get through the door. And I'll put that video out and show you what's inside that building. My internet is now stabilised, and now I have a very fast speed, so I can upload stuff, and hopefully soon I'll be able to live stream. Still haven't got a camera for my old boat race. I've got an old camera, but it's really, really glitchy. And so, yeah, without further ado, I shall say, see you again soon. Bye for now.